Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Here we go. Welcome to the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show. Just ahead, we're going to talk to Chris Piche. He's the CEO and founder of Smarter AI about autonomous vehicles. You'll hear my thoughts on driving the new 2024 Mazda CX-50. Pricing and particulars are coming your way on that. Mr. Mars has this week's events calendar. It's just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us today. I was telling everybody just before the show started this morning that we were at the Hemi Hideout. So what that means is that we pick up all of this and we haul it in the In Wheel Time car hauler. Well, actually,
donkey hauler.
The donkey hauler. And then we have to bring it all back, and then we have to set it up. So the setup occurred beginning 2 hours ago. And we're still working on making sure that everything works.
It's got to work.
Because it's always a tap dance around here when it comes to tearing things down and reinstalling it.
And we all have two left feet.
We do that. So is Chris ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're golden.
Bars, are you with us?
He is. He's still double checking.
No, he's not.
And Chris is in the queue.
Oh, he is in the queue. All right. So, yes, Mr. Mars, you're sewing it over there, but you're not on mic.
No.
But
I'm going home. No, it seems that the YouTube and Facebook has an audio issue. Our website, inwheeltime.com, that we live stream to is fine. iHeart's fine. The rest of the world's fine except for YouTube and Facebook, and we're working on that.
Okay. Well, you just continue to work on that.
We need to bring Chris in.
I'm going back quiet. Chris,
Right,
Chris is here.
All right. Well, let's talk to Chris. Chris, good morning to you. Chris Piche, he's the CEO and founder of Smarter AI. We're going to talk today about autonomous vehicles. And Chris, before I get to you, you are there with us, are you not?
Good morning, guys.
Good
Thanks
morning.
for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us. Thanks so much. So I want to read the story first. This is a story you probably have already heard about. Only about 14% of companies specializing in autonomous driving, connectivity, electrification, and shared mobility appear to be meaningfully using applied artificial intelligence, according to a McKinsey report. You heard about this?
Yes, I heard about that, guys.
Okay. Roughly 470 of the 3,500 companies McKinsey examined are working on products related to applied AI or enabled by them. We have the tree guys. Give you something else to do, Mike. Yeah, thank you. Ask the dog to shut the door, please. Applied AI uses data to learn patterns and make predictions that can be used to solve real-world problems, in contrast to generative AI, which creates new content. For example, with applied AI, developers may use algorithms to find weaknesses in virtual worlds utilized for autonomous vehicle training. And I'll get you to comment on that, Chris, so you can give us an explanation of how that all works. Companies that are using applied AI at the center of their businesses are employing it in engineering and research and development. And additionally, they're using it in manufacturing, marketing, and sales and aftermarket services, such as infotainment preferences. Firms are also using applied AI to examine environmental, social, and governance risks in potential suppliers. Can you drill that down for us that aren't used to all of that wordage?
Yeah,
I hope you can.
Exactly.
Sure. So the most common form of AI is machine learning. And this is the kind of AI which is used in autonomous transportation, self-driving cars. And essentially the way it works is it's a set of algorithms for examining data and then, based on that data set, being able to make predictions when the system encounters new data.
For instance, we're driving down the road and there is a person crossing the road, a human being crossing the road. This system has to understand that that's a person crossing the road and to slow down. Is that what you're saying?
Has to understand it's a person, has to be able to estimate the distance, has to be able to estimate what we call time to collision. And, perhaps based on the the direction and speed of the person, make a decision to either stop or slow down or change course or some combination of those three things.
It has to apply the brakes, clearly, or turn the steering wheel.
Steering wheel, brakes, maybe both, yes.
Well, it's just an object, not necessarily a person, but just an object.
Well, I used a person as an example.
It could be anything.
Yeah, so it has to take all of that. Then you have to say, okay, I want you to see all of this. We're going to take that information and we're going to apply it to the car. So all of that really has to be written by either a human being or through artificial intelligence itself. Which one is it?
So in the early days of autonomous transportation, all of those algorithms were written by people.
Yep.
Today, the way Tesla's system works and the way most of the systems work is they use machine learning. And so what machine learning is people writing algorithms to study what we call training data. So imagine thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of images taken from vehicle cameras of people in crosswalks. And these algorithms study those images, and based on the patterns in those images, they learn to recognize people when they encounter new images.
Interesting. Is it people or is it just a moving object that it looks at, or both?
Machine learning can be trained to identify any kind of object. In the context of transportation, the most common is other cars, but machine learning systems can also be trained to read traffic signs, traffic lights, to identify people, bicycles, potholes, any kind of obstruction or scenario that you might find on a street.
So, like, for instance, a big boulder comes off the back of a dump truck and falls in the path of you. He doesn't know, but he's still in the picture. The dump truck is moving away from you, and now the boulder is down in front of where you're going to go.
Yeah, so the machine learning system should identify, I don't know if it'll know that that's a boulder, but it should identify some sort of obstruction or some sort of object.
Yeah. Well, the vehicles have the capability of looking down over the vehicle when they park, and you have all the sensors and the cameras around it, plus the one down looking at the top of the vehicle. Is that part of that program as well? Can you look vertically, I guess, instead of horizontally? Can you look down on things? Like coming up to an intersection, does it look down on it for potential?
Yeah, so the machine learning algorithms can be trained to use any number of inputs, and the number of inputs in the context of a car, that's up to the vehicle manufacturer. Typically, you'll find, I think, between 10 and 20 cameras installed in a self-driving vehicle. So there'll be cameras, lower down, higher up, left, right, that sort of thing. But the idea is, in totality, to give the machine learning a 360-degree picture of what's happening around the vehicle.
So, Chris, I kind of led into this because I want to talk to you specifically about this California State Assembly passing this bill that would prohibit autonomous trucks from operating on the state's roads without a human driver present. And that kind of goes against what we are hearing here in the state of Texas, that it's becoming more commonplace. I don't recognize an autonomous 18-wheeler going down the freeway, but I understand that there are certain routes that these autonomous vehicles are moving down the freeway, say. And so why is it that California has passed this bill that says nay, nay, without a driver?
That's a good question. All the data, if you compare the safety of an autonomous vehicle with the safety of a human-driven vehicle, all the data supports overwhelmingly that even in their current state, autonomous vehicles are much less likely to be involved in collisions than human-driven vehicles, and autonomous vehicles are even more or less likely to be involved in a fatal collision than a vehicle driven by a human. So
what's happened here, I think, is the fact that this Cruz vehicle that apparently drug a human being down the street a few hundred feet or however it was out there in California has really wreaked havoc on it because, let's face it, I mean, Cruz, the General Motors-backed autonomous vehicle service, is pretty much out of business today anyway.
Yeah, so I think it's really more of a, as you pointed out, it's more of a sociology issue than a technology issue. The best data that we know of suggests that autonomous vehicles are approximately 10 times more safe than human-driven vehicles. Where the definition of safe is the likelihood of being involved in a collision. So, on that basis, you would think we'd want to be encouraging more, not less, of these vehicles on the road.
Well, doesn't that
particularly? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, doesn't it average out? There's more vehicles that are not autonomous on the road than the autonomous vehicles, so the percentages would weigh in their favor to begin with because they have a smaller percentage of vehicles on the road.
So I didn't mean in terms of the total number of collisions. But
okay.
A human-driven vehicle is involved in about one collision every 500,000 miles. An autonomous vehicle is in one collision approximately every 5 or 6 million miles. So on a per mile basis, they're approximately 10 times more safe.
Okay.
All right. So now let's get into what smarter AI does.
Okay. We make computer vision systems and AI cameras for vehicles, for the transportation industry. And, we're involved in both OEM systems and aftermarket systems. So in other words, OEM system, we're involved working with vehicle manufacturers on camera systems and AI or computer vision systems for driving those vehicles. And we're also involved in dash cams and other kinds of aftermarket cameras that can be installed in legacy vehicles.
And I want to put it into perspective because you really run the gamut of who you are involved with. I noticed that you've created services here for AT&T TV, BBM Video, Poly Video, Stunt Turn Ice. Also been awarded Best of Internet World, Canada's top young leader, and top 40 under 40. That's all you, buddy.
You're I don't know if I should say you're bringing back some good memories or making me feel old.
Where are you located? Are you in Canada?
Well, I'm originally from Canada. Right now, I'm dialing in from Dubai. So Smarter AI has 4 or 5 offices in different parts of the world. Our headquarters is not too far from you, gentlemen. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada. But today I'm in our Dubai office.
So did you happen to do anything for the Formula One race that was last week?
Yes, I happened to call my friends that don't run AI companies that have enough time to attend those things. They held up their speakerphone in the paddock, and I got to hear some of the sounds.
Very good, very good. All right, so let's talk for a minute here while we can, and we have the time, and we have the AI connection, for lack of a better term this morning. Where are we today in AI here in the United States and globally? Is the United States behind all of what's going on, or are we kind of keeping up with the rest of the world?
No, the United States is leading the world, both in general terms in AI and also as it relates to transportation. So, starting from the chips, the majority of the chips that are used in AI-enabled devices are designed in the United States by companies like NVIDIA. Most of the software that's used for training the AI models is developed in the United States of America. And if we think about the transportation companies that are at the forefront in terms of deploying these technologies, so Tesla, Cruz, Waymo, these sorts of companies, these are all American companies.
And where does smarter AI hang with all of these other companies?
So Smarter AI is an enablement software platform. So our software platform enables AI cameras.
Yep.
And as I mentioned earlier, our software platform sits inside both OEM camera systems, so the kinds of camera systems that are designed and built into vehicles in the factory. And our software platform is also available through aftermarket devices, the kinds of dash cams that either consumers or fleet operators would install into their cars and trucks.
Are your phones ringing off the hook over there?
We're busy, yes.
To say the least, because with now connected with the auto manufacturers, I'm going, this guy, you're at the cutting edge of what everybody seems to want these days.
Yeah, and in fact, it's interesting that you mentioned about long haul trucks on the roads in Texas. One of the partners that we're working with is involved in the. One of our partners is one of the leading manufacturers of long haul trucks in the world.
Well, that speaks volumes, and I assume that the success is overwhelmingly good.
So far, so good. We're in about the third inning. We're probably in the third or fourth inning, but so far, so good.
I got you. And by that you mean years? How many years have you been involved in this with these particular sources here, like in the state of Texas?
So I founded Smarter AI 5 years ago.
Yep.
We started making vehicle cameras about 2.5 years ago, and we've been working in both the fleet and the trucking businesses for about the last 2 years.
Can I buy Smarter AI cameras and systems and retrofit it to my car?
Absolutely. We've got aftermarket dash cams that come in all shapes and sizes, so you can buy one for your car, your medium-sized or your heavy commercial vehicle.
So the question there is it called Smarter AI Vision, or is that what it is?
Company's called Smarter AI. The website is smarterai.camera.
I love it.
So you're in Dubai, so that means there's more activity in Dubai or different parts of the world than there are in the United States, or are you just there for AI business?
Yeah, we just have an office here that supports what we call the EMEA region, so Europe, Middle East, and Africa. We've got customers in all three of those places, and Dubai is sort of centrally located among the three. So it works in terms of being in the same time zone for support and also being able to make on-site visits.
Well, Chris, anytime that you want to spend an entire morning here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show, you just give us a shout and we'll have you on. We'll set aside 3 hours for it. Because, I could talk to you for the entire morning.
I'd love to do that, but I'm waiting for a studio invite.
Oh, anytime.
What time is it where you're at?
It's about 6 p.m., shortly after 6 p.m.
All right, go get some dinner. It's a pleasure talking to you, Chris, and you stay in touch with us here.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
Thank you. Chris Piche is his name, and he's the CEO and founder of Smarter AI. Okay, we've got some more stuff coming up, including the events calendar and a new car review right after a quick break here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, Texas, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center, featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast on Motor Trend TV and streaming live on Max. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at mecum.com.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on this Saturday morning. We are live from the Sugar Shack Studios in Houston, Texas, USA. Time now for this week's events calendar. Mr. Mars has that.
It's the springtime. Things are starting to heat up, come March. Coming up on March the 16th, just a couple of weeks away, the Chevy Corvette Expo down at the Galveston Convention Center. 135 cars, plus In Wheel Time will be there, sponsored by Mecum Auctions, and there's a rumor that there's going to be around some tickets out there to hand out.
Do we get a Corvette?
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. Then we're going to have on 4 and 6 the annual Atascocita High School High Auto Show. Excuse me. I was thinking there's a lot of high school stuff going on, and we really want to promote them.
Atascocita
High.
Atascocita High Auto Show, free to the public, food, music, vendors, truck, and car show with awards.
Because they're not allowed to get high.
No. Check this out. Now, you want more information? Go to AHSMCJROTCBOOSTER.org.
That's ROTC Booster.
Yeah, but it's Atascocita High School something.
Bars.
Okay. Anyway,
nobody's going to.
So going on to 4 and 13, Cars and Coffee Car Show at Tompkins High School up in Katy. Go out to Facebook. You can find more information there. 4 and 13 is the annual Houston Art Car Parade.
Oh, cool.
I've never been there, but I like watching it on TV. 4 and 25 starts the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
April the 25th, not 4/25.
April 25th.
Okay. Wasn't there something about 420?
What?
Keep going.
April the 25th to the 28th, starting in Victoria on that Thursday. Hot Rod Tour of Texas, Victoria to Seguin to New Braunfels with a night at the drive-in, and then on up to Fredericksburg. April the 28th, Tomball Lions Club 30th Annual Car Show at the Tomball High School. We've got to support these high schools and their auto clubs. May the 4th, Keels and Wheels down at the Lakewood Country Club, classics and retro rods on the grounds and boats in the water. And then June the 7th and 9th is the Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run.
All right, thank you, sir. Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2024 Mazda CX-50. You're going to, wait a minute, CX-5, CX-50. Well, they're still making the CX-5, but that's going to be phased out, and it's going to be CX-50. You know, they've got to change the names and the numbers and confuse everybody even more than we already are. Yeah. Available trim levels on the CX-50 include Select, Preferred, Premium, Premium Plus, Turbo, Turbo Median, Turbo Premium, Turbo Premium Plus.
That's a lot.
I had the 2.5 turbo premium plus. Well, the deal is with these things, they package what would be options together. And so they just name these option packages something. And it's way too confusing, and it's way too many of them. Anyway, it's a small SUV, has 5 passengers, including the driver. Exterior changes from last model year, all new for 2023. It is, like I said, the counterpart to the CX-5. Exterior features, sharp design with not too overpowering or overbearing grille. You know, some of these car manufacturers now, the whole front end of the car is grille. Mm-hmm. Headlamps proportionate with the front end. That includes brake duct cooling vents on the front. Looks good. Tail lights integrated under the rear hatch. More faux brake ducting above the rear bumper out the back end. What I liked about it, love the sporty look. What could use improvement? Nothing. I think that it's really a nice looking vehicle. Interior highlights include an instrument cluster that has independent pod behind the steering wheel. So in other words, the infotainment screen and the instrument cluster are two different things. Infotainment screen sits atop the center dash. Death knob controller
Okay.
for the infotainment screen. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work for me.
Gotcha.
And because now you've got to fiddle with the knob, look at the screen. Well, why don't I look at the screen and touch the screen? Just seems a whole lot easier and safer than having to mess with the knob.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why I call it the death knob. Cargo trunk room, small but adequate for this size vehicle. What I liked about it, the upper trims have contrasting surfaces, and it looks really good. But could use improvement. Hard to operate infotainment system.
Wow.
I've said that over and over again, Mazda. Not that I am any guru when it comes to that sort of stuff. I figure I'm just a regular guy. And if it's not difficult for you, then so be it. Good for you. It's difficult for me. 2.5 liter with a turbo. Turns out 227 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. And I will say this about Mazda. They've got great motors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They really do.
Got a lot of juice.
Yep. A 6-speed automatic transmission, tow rating 3,500 pounds. Miles per gallon in the city, 23. On the highway, 29. I got 24.5 over 297.5 miles. What I liked about it, love the power. It matched well with the vehicle size, weight, and it gets pretty good gas mileage. What could use improvement? Nothing. Don't touch it. Ride and handling, sporty, but not too stiff. Base trim price, $43,300, so it's not cheap. That's the base trim price. Prices tested, $45,125,
Okay.
but you can get into the CX-50 at $30,000. Competitors, Honda CR-V, $29,500. Hyundai Tucson, $27,500, and the Kia Sportage for $27,090. That's my review of the 2024 Mazda CX-50. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We're back right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Discover automotive history at the 46th Annual Corvette Chevy Expo in Galveston, March 16th and 17th. See over 135 show cars from vintage to modern. Shop the diverse vendors, swap meet, and experience the craft show as you join in the celebration of car culture. Visit CorvetteChevyExpo.com for discount tickets. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too, sponsored by the world-famous Mecum Auction in Houston, April 4th through the 6th. Be sure to stop by and say hello Saturday, 10 to 1, March 16th at the Corvette Chevy Expo in Galveston. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Real Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InRealTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.